Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, Ranting Monkey. He's Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
Jack, how are you tonight?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, no real complaints. Nothing to talk about in that regard. I'm in a happy place, so that's good.
Oh, good.
I'm a little weirded out by some of the stuff I've seen on Twitter recently.
Yeah, Twitter's a cesspool of degeneracy. We all know that.
And I love it usually, but sometimes when it confuses me is when I starts to get and I'm really, what the fuck just happened there?
Well, it's kind of a measure of the zeitgeist of the world, and specifically the U.S., because people get really weird when stuff's going on. So it makes me think there's some kind of major event coming, earthquake, natural disaster, world war, whatever. But whenever people start getting real weird like this, I think there's something going on.
I just die.
What?
I think my internet.
Ah, your internet's dying. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Boomer down. It's like Black Hawk down, but with boomers. Morning, Stargazer. How you doing? Hey, Jay.
Are you
How's
there?
it going? Oh, I'm here. Are you there?
I'm here now. Good
Yay.
God. Yeah, my internet died completely. It just went flatline.
Wow.
Like, oh, well, shit.
Think we both know who I blame. Reptilians.
I know you're being a little facetious there, but this means there's signs to come from out in the world. Bad stuff's going to happen. But every time I see stuff like this, it's always like there is something about to come down. Somebody upset somebody, and the drama's about to flow.
Well, yeah, because like when the drama starts heating up, sometimes it's a stress relief thing, a stress valve for other things going on. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seems like there's a trend whenever people start getting real antsy and start sniping at each other. There's a broader thing at play here that we aren't seeing. Whether it's somebody going to go all school shooter or a nuclear war or whatever, it doesn't really matter what the big thing is. There's some larger thing at play. That's for greater minds than me to figure out.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be coy here, guys. I'll tell you what happened. We're talking about the quartering here. And he comes out with this diatribe tonight, which came out of left field. I don't know what made it happen. I'm not sure what kicked it off, but I do want to point to something before we get there, Jack. This is a video from the 22nd of February. You can see it right there. And this is a video in relation to him starting fights with Tim Pool and Matt Walsh. Hey, Vanilla Bear, how you doing, sweetie?
Hey, Vanilla.
And in this, he says, I'm going to stop fighting with conservatives because it hurts the cause. And I'm going to stop fighting with them. It's really doing damage. And so I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to do it. He says, I'm still going to point out when I think they're wrong, which is fine. But that's not exactly what he did today. So on the 22nd, he's all conciliatory. And then just before I started playing games with Satsu tonight, I saw this. Loads of right-wing commentators are either closeted gays or tranny chasers. Look, I accept and support them. But many of these people you think are based and red-pilled love trans cock or, well, cock in general. Deal with it.
Okay, nobody cares, dude. Seriously, who gives a fuck about that? We have so many other problems to deal with.
I'm not even sure why this needed to happen.
Oh, I do, and it involves bottles that are brown.
Oh, maybe. I suppose so. He says that he's just not, we'll get to it. I'm just not dealing with this shit anymore. Twitter's a cesspool and it doesn't matter what you do. He goes on to say, look, look up your based and red-pilled America First heroes in terms like Catboy. By the way, that should be with an I, homie. And then he links with this is apparently a something that Cernovich had tweeted out, or at least that's what I've been told, which is a story about trans sex that he supposedly had. I honestly don't know. I'm going to get it off the screen before we get in trouble for it. Then he goes on, the modern right wing is controlled and psyoped. They are worse NPCs than the left. If this makes you mad, then unfollow, LOL. If you can't see the obvious, then
I'm not following.
Fair enough. If you can't see the obvious, then I can't help you. Most of these pundits love cock. They love drugs. They love cheating on their spouses. You want to get mad at me? You want to spurg out in my comments, but I've seen it all. I've hung out with these people. Were you watching tran porn with them? If you're outing everybody else,
questions.
I mean, they are degenerates, and they are as they pretend. They're as degenerate as those they pretend to fight. Okay, he goes on a lot more, Jack.
Of course it does, because he doesn't shut up.
He says, stay mad, get in my mentions and whine about how you're unfollowing, but the right-wing commentator space is full of godless, degenerate, tranny-chasing, spouse-cheating, drug-addicted hypocrites who preach the exact opposite. You getting mad doesn't change that fact.
No.
All right.
I would like some names.
He gives us three.
Three? Okay.
Three. He gives us Mike Cernovich, Elijah Shafer, and Jack Posobiec.
Okay. They all love the cock or cheating on their spouse or
I don't know. Those are the three he names.
Well, it sounds like Cernovich had some sort of trans fling. I don't know. I don't know about any of these people. Look, I could see Shafer because he seems to have some really questionable decision-making skills based on current lawsuits. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about these people. I think he has to provide some receipts if he's gonna say stuff like this. He's given us three names. Fine. I want to know what they specifically are accused of, though.
Well, apparently the Mike Cernovich thing has been known for a long time. I don't know. Don't care if Mike Cernovich sucked a tranny. I don't really.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me at all.
No, I dislike him for several reasons, none of which involve him having a dick in his mouth.
Then he names Elijah Shafer and Jack Posobiec. Elijah swears he's not gay. I don't know. He acts weird. Does that make him? I don't know. I don't.
No,
as far as Jack. Good.
No, I was just saying. I think that guy has issues, but to accuse him randomly of vague, unspecified incidents is useless.
He says, so I've outed three major conservative creators and people will still demand more. Well, you said most. You said a lot. You said three people is not all of the leaders of conservatives or major conservatives online. And even if I grant you, because he throws in the Catboy thing and America First, I'll even grant him Fuentes. Fuentes is the most closeted homosexual I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I mean, that's like Fort Knox of closets there.
Yeah, but okay, so that's four. All right.
If you only knew 10 people, that would be a lot.
That'd be 40% at that point.
Yeah. So how many people does he know?
I don't know, but he's partied with all of them.
But yeah, you know what? I would even give him Blair White because Blair probably loves the cock.
Probably, yes.
Just saying. Throwing that one out there as a freebie.
He says, I am 100% out on this new conservative, spelled NU. New conservative push. Be mad about it. Spurg in my replies. I won't see it. There are dozens of creators you can follow for the charade you seek. I am not going to pretend to maintain a paycheck. This is a very bad road to take, and I am out.
Out of what? What is
And
he
his next tweet
talking
says,
about?
well, that's the question. That's where I should have warned people at the beginning. The first part of this is just kind of drama because there's no real news here other than what the fuck is he talking about? But anyway, he says this. Somebody says to him, I think what he's trying to say here is that he partied with Steven Crowder and Crowder wouldn't let him suck his cock. And Quartering says, nope. I'm out on this new cringe right bullshit. That includes him.
I've said it before, I think Crowder's kind of cringy and a bit of a drama whore, but I would think they'd get along on that front. I still have no idea what the fuck this idiot's talking about.
Well, maybe this will help. Even though I never called myself conservative, didn't he do it in that video that I just showed?
Pretty sure.
I know we didn't watch the video, but I'm almost positive he mentions anyway. I was always lumped in with them and was fine with it. In the past 4 weeks, the right has moved even further to the right, and I no longer want to play this game. I stand my ground.
What? Oh, you got a super chat, buddy.
I don't know. Thank you, Michael. Monkey, it's my birthday. I love the show and have been quietly watching since the days of Scribe and Money. Keep it up, and thanks a ton for the content. Thank you so very much. Michael, it's your birthday. This one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michael.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, and thank you so much for that very generous donation. I really, really do appreciate it.
And thanks for watching. Hope your birthday goes
Guys,
well.
we are brought to you by you. Hit the like button, the share button, or well, I don't know if there's there's a share button, right? Yeah. Share. That's what I'm getting at. And if you can, please consider donating to Jack or myself. Links at the top of your super chat of your YouTube chat. And it's in the comments of both YouTube and Rumble. All right. Somebody says to him, Jeremy's drunk tweeting again. Quick, someone grab his phone. He says this. This is what I'm talking about. This is the new right. The fact we disagree on this isn't a big deal to me. Why do you have to assume I'm drunk in order to possibly understand it? Well, let's talk about that for a minute, shall we? Let's see, Jeremy. You're saying something out of left field, and it's probably something you're going to be on your show apologizing for in a couple of days. Why would anybody ever get the idea that you might have been drunk tweeting?
Yeah, it's a mystery.
We're going to need the mystery machine and Scooby-Doo up in here to figure this shit out.
Yeah, he might have to call in backup, like get Scooby-Dum out there and be like, dum dum dum, it's a clue. And he's pointing to a liquor bottle.
Thank you, Keldrig. Is this his way of coming out of the closet? Because this feels like projection on a scale to match the most SJW of SJWs. I honestly couldn't. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it. Especially after he just got off the drama train with Tim Pool and the Crowder thing. And what was the other drama he was involved in? The
Matt Walsh.
The Melody Mac Stalker thing.
Oh, yeah, he did that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, he stuck his nose in that. He's been hanging out with Sydney Watson, who's got her own drama thing going on with one of the people we talked about. Is he just trying to gin up more clicks, but with this vagary, or what? Because this is not very, this is incredibly opaque. I have no idea what the fuck he is on about, other than some people in the conservative movement might be gay.
I wish I knew. I really don't. I have no idea what's going on here. How do you make a video a week and a half ago? But I'm not going to be attacking conservatives and immediately come out and attack conservatives.
Because he's a timing drama hoe.
If he wants to be a drama hoe, be a drama hoe. I don't give a shit. Actually, I quite enjoy drama.
Yeah, but don't dress it up like, oh no, I am above that, and then immediately
Yep.
sink right back down into it.
Now, I do wonder if this has to do with because, like, there have been people coming after Blair White lately,
Mm-hmm.
um, saying she shouldn't be a part of the conservative movement because her being trans makes other people trans. Some retarded shit like that.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, and I don't know if Cernovich has been part of that or not. I don't follow Cernovich. He pops up on my timeline once in a while when somebody else shares him. I tend to think the guy's kind of an asshole, and I
Yeah.
don't pay attention to him.
He's a lot like Mark Dice. I can't stand. They might have something I agree with occasionally, but they're unlikable douchewads.
Yeah,
I think Cougar Knife might be onto something. He
what's
says,
that?
"My money is someone's trying to blackmail him, and he's trying to come out ahead of the leak."
Maybe. Was it his trans penis that they liked? I have no idea. I just thought it was so weird and so out of left field. And he's he doubled down over and over, and he says that apparently tomorrow is going to be really lit. His words, not mine, on his
Oh God.
morning live stream.
Oh yeah, please. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say some vague allusions about mysterious people that you may or may not know. Watch my show tomorrow. I think. Oh, Terry outed another one. I bet Dave Rubin's gay too. It's everyone. You're right, Terry.
Probably.
I wouldn't be
Uh,
surprised at all if Dave Rubin loves the cock,
look,
or at least the
I
one
don't know if
appearance.
Dave Rubin likes cock, but we could probably ask his husband.
We could. Hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
I bet we'd be blocked for that. But yeah, maybe if he's gonna out a bunch of like he's gonna be like Milo was a secret gay, something like that. I mean, this seems like a lot of build up to get more attention, like create more artificial drama because he's a little drama queen.
Well, Carpe Donktum said this to him. Wednesday's apology show is going to be lit. To which Quartering responds, "We're cool, Carpe." Yeah, you don't want to fuck with him. And I know you don't mean this in bad faith, but to be honest, I've let Twitter make me really question my own beliefs over the past 2 months. And I'm really now seeing how easy psyops are on this platform. Twitter's useless.
Well, it's not useless, it's hilarious. What are you talking about? So you cannot take Twitter seriously unless you want your blood pressure to be in dangerous heart attack territory.
And then he goes on to say this in case you haven't, this is a whole new tweet. In case you haven't figured it out, I've realized Twitter is pointless. But you just said that in another tweet, homie.
Uh-huh.
No matter what the weird backlash that happens here, it doesn't matter. Boobs are what matter, not Twitter's. Boobs will save the planet. And then he switches to talking about movies. So that's the end of his weird diatribe there. It was I just don't know. It's been said in chat, and I'd actually said this to Fu earlier on Twitter. It's like, forgive him. It's been a week since he's had drama.
Yeah, he's going through a draw.
The guy lives off drama. His channel lives off drama. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's kind of obvious.
Yeah. Real quick, thank you, Keldrick. I mean, we've known Jeremy's been gay for a while. He and Tim suck each other off on the regular. I have no evidence of that, Keldrick, but I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. They kind of do that on Twitter all the time. Yeah. And Mike, I think, nailed it pretty well. He's like, oh, he's generating drama for views. How unusual. Like, I could hear your eyes rolling, Mike.
I hear you there, but it is weird to go to the they're gay thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fair amount of gay Republican commentators now. So I mean, it's not like Richard Grinnell's the only one. So I don't know if he's going to out somebody like that. That's a really bold move. But I don't think he's got those kind of balls.
Thank you, Addie, who says, if you don't care for my tweets, unfollow me. Also, click the like button. Also, click the like button, subscribe, and join my email list. Yeah. Somebody sent him a copy of them canceling their coffee subscription with his company. And it's like, oh, like this really hurts me. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he did. Oh, so what?
See, that's rude.
Yeah.
I would actually be more inclined to cancel it after he said something like that, because that shows how little he cares about his audience. You can think that behind the scenes, but you don't say that to your customers. And I'm sure his
Cast one,
coffee's
thank
fucking
you.
gross.
Cast one, thank you. If you see a story about an 11-year-old reading to the school board, apparently the book is not from the middle school, but from the public library, was checked out by the kid's older brother. I hate all this, but I loathe liars. All lying does is let them say you're overreacting. True.
Yeah.
You probably just could have got a dirty book from the kid's library.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of them in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of degeneracy out there. Public libraries are sometimes worse than school libraries for giving kids access to dirty smut.
Yeah, you can find a lot of nasty stuff in the public library. Jeremy reminds me of the bearded lady from Spaceballs.
Yeah.
That's not nice. I mean, it's not wrong, but it's not nice. I'm waiting to see what the inciting incident was here, because something had to have happened. It's not like Jeremy, even drunk, was just sitting around and went, I'm just going to go tell everybody about what a bunch of pole smokers there are on the right. Lamented Guide, thank you so much. Hey, Monkey, I caught you live for once. Jeremy sounds like he low-key needs to touch grass, as the kids would say. No cap. Indeed. Look, it is true that Jeremy, his channel thrives on drama. Not necessarily always with other creators and stuff, but the whole point of it is outrage. He runs an outrage channel, and there's nothing wrong with that. But he does seem to take it to extremes, and I think he's going to burn people out on it. I really do, especially in like this, where a week ago he's like, I'm going to be nice, so the movement, and now he's like, fuck all these gay guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not helping him any.
It's really not, no. I mean, it's a way to go, man. It's a way to go.
It's
in other dumbass, yeah. Look, if it's working for him, why not? In other dumbass news, we had a really weird tweet from Boogie.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with people doing crypto tweeting. Like, I don't want to have to try and parse out whatever nonsense you're talking about. You showed me the quartering thing, and then the Boogie thing comes up. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with people today?
Well, and you know what? The funny part is that just like the quartering thing, it's par for the course, really.
Yeah. With Boogie,
because
it's all about attention seeking.
It really is, and a specific attention in this case. Hey guys, I owe you such a big apology. This whole time I've been a major fuck up. Like, holy shit. I couldn't even see how bad it was until right now. Sorry, for real, fucking love you. Like, no excuses, no pride, no talking my way out. I have just been a complete dick and hid behind it and sucked. My bad. And this is Boogie just being Boogie. When he tweets that out, he gets a whole bunch of people coming in going, "Oh, dude, it's okay. You're several people in there. Oh, you have PTSD. It's okay. It's understandable."
Yeah,
It's all right.
He's one of those sympathy beggars. Like, oh, woe is me, poor me. Somebody come over here and give me a little pats on the head and tell me what a good boy I am. Ugh. It's disgusting.
It's weird. Make a friend for fuck's sake.
Yeah, or get a puppy or something, dude. Just stop. It's not healthy.
For God's sake, yeah. Do something with your life, man. And in that, I don't mean get off of YouTube or Twitter. By all means, do that if you're doing, but don't just go out there sympathy begging. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Alan, thank you so much for the donation. He chose disablement. He really did. I mean, he had been losing weight and he's just like, nah, fuck it. I'm going to shove all the donuts in. I don't have any pity for the guy anymore. And I don't believe his apologies anymore. He just had one of these like 2 months ago.
Yeah, I just think the guy's a scumbag. I don't trust him at all. I don't like him. I don't like his content. I think he's a self-absorbed narcissist who needs constant affirmation from random strangers, and that tells me he has a very big hole in his life that he needs filled. Get some therapy, Boogie. Jesus.
And people, stop enabling it. At the very least, ignore it. I mean, if you want to call it out, you can. I don't recommend it exactly, but just ignore it. Don't be up there going, oh my God, you've been through so much. Most of what he's been through outside of his childhood, Jack, has been his doing.
Yep.
His own fault. And when you repeatedly act like a twat and people are like, hey, you're acting like a twat, running to Twitter to once again go, I'm sorry, doesn't mean anything because you've done it so many times. And then my third story from the Twitter world, for some reason, Brian Krasenstein just apparently we're bonding, Jack.
Oh, you guys are making sexy friends. Oh, hey, real quick. Thank you, Alan, for the donation. He says, morning, guys. Morning, Alan. Hope you're doing well.
Good morning, Alan. So Brian Krasenstein decided that it was finally time to correct the record on why he had to give the government $450,000.
Was the word scam involved there?
Several times, actually. He says this. I guess I could put it on the screen. Bam. All right. Since some guy is trying to spread conspiracy theories about why why our home was raided 7 years ago, I decided to publish the whole story here. Everything said here is backed up by evidence and facts that I'd be happy to discuss at any time. Not provide. Happy to discuss. Did you catch that?
Yeah. Did he also
facts matter
himself in this?
Oh yeah. I mean, the article that he points to is, I mean, but he does say that I decided to write this. Facts matter, and people will use loosely concocted theories on the internet to attack people's integrity when they disagree with them politically. I enjoy talking about what happened to us. Really? Because you don't do it very often. In fact, most of the time you ignore it. I enjoy talking about what happened to us. Using it as an attack on our integrity is beneficial to our cause of spreading awareness of government overreach when it comes to civil asset forfeiture. That is what he has decided. No, bro, that's what he said. That is even what he titled his little article here, Jack.
Jesus Christ.
By the way, civil asset forfeiture does not come up in the article at all. It's just in the headline.
Yeah, because that has nothing to do with what. I'll stop interrupting you. Sorry.
I'm not really going to read all or through this. I will throw it onto the chats if you guys want to read it. Basically, they got in trouble because they were running ads that were scams. And they're like, the government took all of our stuff and then wouldn't give it back. And then they said they're not going to give it back unless we give it to them. what he claims is that the government came to him and they took all of their stuff, took several of their houses, a bunch of their money. Although they do it, they admit to a crime here. Actually, the government is seizing stuff, and they hid assets in their wives' names.
Yeah.
Which is really what got the government going, wait a minute, was them doing that. So instead of being prosecuted, they agreed to turn over the money. And they're claiming that is civil asset forfeiture.
That is not what that means.
That's not what civil asset forfeiture is. That's them coming and taking it. Now, he puts it out, oh, they took it. Then why did you have to agree to let them take it? But anyway, so Mr. Brian, I responded. Brian's retelling of how he and his brother gave up nearly $500,000 to keep from going to jail for scamming people. And he says this to me. Why are you responding to me, you dumbass? I mean, I appreciate it. Please do, because I laugh my ass off every time. You don't not go to jail for paying money.
What?
He goes on to say, that's not the way the system works. You don't get charged with a crime when there's no evidence you committed one. What?
People get charged for crimes all the time. Sometimes they're innocent. Not really in this case, from what I can tell. But yeah, some people get charged with like, hey, there's no body, but we think you killed this person.
The government never makes deals with people that includes them giving money. Restitution is what they call it.
Yeah.
They never make deals not to prosecute if you pay restitution.
Yeah, it's
ever.
That's never been done in the history of ever. Oh my God. How dumb does he think everybody is?
Well, I mean, he's right, because a lot of his little fanboys are back at it. By the way, his fanboys are some of the dumbest assholes I've ever run into online. And I run into a lot of stupid people. Oh, that's not how it works. Yes, it is. It literally is. They're like, you're not worth going through the trouble if you just give us the fucking money. So just give us the money. And like, okay. Yeah, what happened is they were offered a deal, and they were like, okay. And the deal would be that, hey, if you don't break the law in the next probably 3 to 5 years, Jack, that okay, we'll expunge this from your record.
Yeah.
That's it. And he's pretending like, no, this was like when they went and took all that stuff out of safe deposit boxes. I don't know who told this guy about civil asset forfeiture, but I have seen him talk about this once or twice. They've never used that term. Not that I've seen. Not saying they literally never have, but yeah, I've never seen that term used by them. No. Despite how much they love to do it.
But, Monkey, I'd be willing to bet this is one of those situations where somebody learned a new word.
Yep, somebody got word of the day toilet paper, and they used it.
Yeah,
there's actually a term.
Good.
Go ahead. We have a little bit of lag, guys. Sorry. Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah. Wait till he uses tortious interference on you.
There's actually a legal term for what happened here. It's called a deferred prosecution agreement. Like, you pay a fine, you don't break the law again, and we just won't charge you. That's literally what happened here. No, they stole our money, and we stood up to them because at first they wanted to take all of our stuff, and we said no. No, you didn't. And then our lawyer came back with their final offer, and just to get this over with, we said fine. No, your lawyer said, hey, if you don't sign this agreement, the butt fucking is going to be done in a cell, and it won't be just the two of you. And they went, oh, but then it wouldn't be masturbating. I don't want to have gay sex. And so they went, yeah, okay, you can keep the money because we're dirty bastards who were robbing people. But they were running scam ads, Jack.
Yeah.
And
Did
the
they even
government
admit
told
that?
them, yeah, the government told them that it was part of a $100 million scam ring. Yeah. Fuck off.
Well, look, if in the article they even that he posts, there's even it says that in there. Skeptok cut it out and posted it
Oh, which part?
about him saying that the ads were a scam.
Oh, yeah. But the Krasensteins seem so honest. Yeah, they are a bunch of lying fucking shitbags who have been desperate to get money off the internet pretty much since the internet's been around.
Yeah.
Right before they jumped on the resist thing, Ed was running, and I'm not making this up, a Justin Bieber fan site.
That's so fucking creepy.
That's a true story. But yeah, fuck those guys. They can go to hell. And Brian, please keep responding to me. Please don't ever take it as me just fucking with you and you should move on, because it is imperative that the two of us one day speak.
Yeah.
I want to ask him, what did you think about your brother posting the ambiguously gay duo for your return to Twitter?
Maybe his mouth was busy at the time.
I want to play him the song that I sang for them when they got kicked off Twitter. I want to tell him that he's the fat, ugly one of the twins. I think that would be funny.
Well, I agree.
So come on,
And
Brian,
fun.
let's set up a date. You and me, let's chat sometime.
Oh, don't use the word date.
'Cause
You'll get the wrong idea.
Yeah, I'm not his brother. I got to be careful.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's all right
Oh.
though. They're good people.
Now, since it is Monday, isn't today Retro's birthday?
It is Retro V Gamer's birthday, and Retro, this one's for you, my friend. And one and a two. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Retro. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great one, my friend. I really, really do.
Absolutely.
Is Brian the one with the Mickey Mouse voice, or is that Ed? They both have that voice.
Brian's
It's like
the
they've
fat
been
dumb
sucking.
one.
It's like they've been sucking helium out of dick.
Dude, I was taking a drink.
Sorry about that. Yeah, if you guys have never heard them speak, it is the first time I heard them, like, no, that's a joke, right? I thought somebody was fucking with me. No, they yeah, they really do. If their nuts ever dropped, it wasn't very far. That's all I'm saying. They're still right up in that cavity. All right. I do have other stuff to talk about. This one, it just kind of irritated me, Jack. We're not going to actually watch the clip because it's irrelevant. But this is a CBS News contributor saying this. As House Select Committee begins COVID hearings this week, former officials with firsthand knowledge of the science and a leading academic told CBS News in June 2021 that the lab leak theory was legitimate and plausible, and efforts to dismiss it in 2020 did some real harm. All right. How much time did you guys spend pointing that out? When Fauci was up there in front of the Senate and Rand Paul asked him about ruining somebody's career because they said that it was probably a lab leak, did you guys write stories about how you had academics and people inside who said, yeah, it was probably a lab leak? She's telling us, Jack, that they had this information in June 2021.
Oh.
That's what the clip is to. June 30th, 2021. And now they all want to act like, oh no, we never fell for no. We were giving you guys the truth the whole time.
Yeah, no, they were.
Of all of the COVID shit, the easiest one to look at and go, yeah, the official story is bullshit here was the lab leak. Oh, it's zoonotical. How? What fucking animal was it? They still have not found COVID-19 in any of those animals that would have been possible to be the patient zero.
Well, they're not going to find it, Monkey, because Chinese Bigfoot also lives in blurry areas. And he clearly transmitted this on purpose to try and frame the beautiful Chinese people like a monster.
You know what? I forgot about him. He is a bitch, honestly.
Telling you, he's right up there with the rock apes of Vietnam. They're just troublemakers. You can't trust them, and the Chinese are trying to keep it on the low because they don't want people knowing that Chinese Bigfoot is really the cause of the problem.
This shit is right up there with Brian Stelter coming out and saying, "Oh, we never said the laptop was disinformation." How dumb do you think we are? And the answer is they think we're really, really dumb.
Yes.
They think we're all Krasenstein supporters.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, real quick. Thank you, Frank. I desperately want to make easy money on the internet, but instead I keep losing it. I think I have this backwards. I think you do too, sir, and it's easy to do. I assure you.
Catherine Heritage, I don't know how he says, seems to be their token journalist. She's the one they always get to report the new, probably want the news they probably don't want to report. I don't pay a lot of attention to CBS News. I mean, I do watch the morning show sometimes because Lady Monkey will be watching it. And I watch about 10 minutes of it, and either they are way behind us or it's some fluffy story I don't give a shit about. So I don't pay much attention to CBS. I'll take your word for it. I'm just annoyed at the fact that they're trying to pretend like, no, look, see, we've said it all along. Because that's the implication there. Like, we had this information back in 2021. We told you. Yeah. I guarantee you, if I go dig through their coverage of the Rand Paul thing, they have stories up like Dr. Fauci schools Rand Paul.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Fauci claps back.
Well, to be fair, a lot of those articles are going to get memory hold as time goes on.
Jack, one of the most disgusting things I've seen in a long, long time happened today on Twitter. Well, it actually is from yesterday. I'm going to put this up on there. Radar Online had this fucking headline.
Yeah, this is gross.
Bruce Willis, 67, appears confused during paparazzi encounter in first outing since dementia diagnosis.
Yeah, the headline kind of explains everything right there.
The dementia patient was confused. How about paparazzi tormenting dementia patient?
Yeah. Yeah, the celebrity press are some of the most vile, disgusting people around. Just leave the man alone.
If you just have to see Bruce Willis, get Die Hard, okay? You can find it in most places.
Yeah, it's on multiple formats.
Leave the man alone. I mean, he's going to slowly wither away and die now. Just let him do it with as much dignity as he can, you fucking... Gee, I don't even know what to call him. Jackals isn't even a good word because they're worse than that.
They give parasites a bad name.
Fucking scum fucks. The dementia patient was confused. By the way, Governor Abbott didn't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Fucking horrible shitbags.
Water's wet. News at 11.
Fuck, man. I think that's all the stories I have. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that other thing. It's just been a weird day on Twitter, man.
It has.
This is painful. Which part?
Seeing Bruce Willis like that, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Oh. They jumped out and ambushed him too, and he's like, "What's going on?"
I've liked Bruce Willis. The only thing I really don't like Bruce Willis in is when he was on Friends.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I liked his character. Just made no sense that he would be hooking up with Rachel.
Yeah.
That was just forced. But I like Bruce Willis's acting. His singing career left some stuff to be desired.
Not really my thing, so I don't know. I'm not one to judge. I don't generally like that style of music, so I'm sure it was fine for what he was doing, but every celebrity was releasing an album around that time.
That's true. I mean, there's so many actors like, I'm going to go be a singer. Stop it, please.
Yeah.
We have singers.
Look, the world needed My Girl Wants to Party All the Time.
I suppose. That is a catchy song, but it does not hold up well.
Most things don't.
I tried listening to it a couple months ago, and like, I can't even listen to the shit.
She's Murphy, like the wind, in my dreams.
She's Like the Wind is actually a good song, and he sang it well.
He did okay, yeah.
Eddie Murphy can sing. Why he did it in that falsetto, I have no idea.
I don't know. Look, they all would have benefited highly from auto-tune. Modern auto-tune would have probably helped them out a lot.
Guns in Water says Shatner could sing, why not Bruce? Shatner could not sing, he just did it anyway.
He was more of a slam poet.
Yeah.
His rendition of Major Tom was haunting.
I haven't heard that.
Oh my god, seriously? Oh, I have the album.
I'll have to check it out. I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Although Leonard Nimoy's Ballad of Bilbo Baggins is better. It's weirdly haunting as well, but in a way that will stay in your head for months, as opposed to Shatner's, which will wake you up in a cold sweat at night.
Hey Camel says that song's going to be stuck in his head, and he says, "Damn it, Jack. My girl likes to party all the time." Woman 35 is found dead inside a car in Midtown Manhattan, surrounded by hazardous chemical materials, as hazmat-clad emergency services shut down block. 2 NYPD officers and an EMS are injured. Wow.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see. Just move along.
Why does she have chemicals?
Secrets.
Was she? Never mind. I don't. Was she Syrian? I guess we can make that joke.
She was trying to catch Chinese Bigfoot.
Thank you, Lamented Guide. To be fair, Willis's "You're Just a Love Machine" scene was one of Friends' funniest. Yeah. I'm just a love machine, actually. Is that what it was? Yeah. This is where Ross finally gets him to back off him and Emily. Not Emily. What's her name? Fuck. I can see her face. But anyway, he doesn't want Ross dating his daughter, and this is what finally gets him to back off. And then they break up like 2 episodes later. By the way, you know why Bruce Willis was on Friends? He lost a bet to Matthew Perry when they were on the Whole Nine Yards. Is that the name of the movie they were in together?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he lost a bet to him, and the bet, that part of the bet was that he had to go be on a couple episodes of Friends.
Oh, what a weird bet.
I mean, at the time, one of the biggest TV shows. It's not like it hurt his career at all to go do it.
Yeah, he still got paid, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure he got paid pretty well. A woman was found dead in her car. I thought that said Oak. I really should need to find my glasses. Fuck.
You should need to find your glasses.
I should need to find them. I really should. Elizabeth, thank you guys. A woman was found dead in her car in Midtown Manhattan Sunday afternoon, surrounded by hazardous chemical materials. The unidentified 35-year-old woman used to work for the Clintons. Was first spotted unresponsive in her vehicle East 36th Street and Sutton Place at around, I don't care when, by a woman walking her dog, law enforcement officials told AM New York. When two officers arrived on the scene, they were said to have immediately been hit by a powerful sulfuric odor. Okay, I'm in all seriousness, is this an Asian woman?
You know what I first thought of when I got to this point in the article was like in the early mid 90s, I want to say. There was that woman in California, and her name escapes me off the top of my head, who went to the hospital, and when they cut her open, it released this weird smell that made a bunch of people really sick.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That's what I thought of when I saw this. And they even like used that in the X-Files. I'm too lazy to look it up, and I'm really tired. So, but that was what I thought of, was this is some sort of weird toxic woman thing.
Excuse me. Peter says battery acid has that smell, I guess. Enough to kill a person? How long would you have to be exposed to battery acid scent? Hazmat-clad emergency services members descended on the scene, closing down the street as first responders could be seen using Geiger counters to measure radiation levels in the area. For
Yeah, that's
sulfur?
reassuring. No, a sulfur smell.
Does uranium have a sulfur smell?
I don't know. I don't want to ever get that close to uranium.
All right. The area remained cordoned off Sunday evening after two New York police officers and an EMS member suffered minor injuries. From what?
Well, I don't want to say radiation sickness, but
Yeah, this is a little bit vague.
a little bit.
One of them was brought to a local hospital in the aftermath. Wow.
See, this is kind of a scary article because it's vague enough and there's enough imagery there. You got guys in hazmat suits, a dead woman. Suddenly you've got three first responders super ill, and they're liquid chemicals, air quotes. What?
Yeah, we hadn't got to that part yet. Let me get this real fast.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Authorities on the scene told AM New York AMNY, that an array of liquid chemicals were found within the car, the combination of which is believed to have killed the woman. You know, like you do, just driving around with random chemicals that apparently will kill you.
Yeah. Nothing mysterious there, guys. Not a terror attack. No.
In fairness, it could be some idiot who was transporting something she shouldn't be and didn't realize that it has to be in open air or in a box truck to keep shit like this from happening.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Stevie. Gloria Ramirez. That was the lady in California that had the weird fumes come out of her.
It's just weird that they're so vague about it.
Yeah. Evil Ferret said mobile meth lab. I think if it was a meth lab, they would have said that.
Yeah, I mean, the medical examiner then removed the woman's body from the black SUV while other hazmat-clad first responders emptied it and placed materials in the red bag. And you know, maybe not even a mobile meth lab, but just transporting the stuff to a meth lab.
Yeah. See, every cop knows, well, I would say the majority of them knows what a mobile meth lab is and what chemicals they would have on them. So maybe this lady was just a stupid cleaning lady and left her chemicals all jumbled together, and some of them had the lids off or something. But if this meth lab, some New York spokesman would have said so, because they know what those look like and what components go to those. I think that would have leaked out from an anonymous source. This looks something weird to me.
Oh, excuse me. Police do not believe the woman's death was criminally motivated, but did not say whether it was intentional or accidental, and did not release exactly which chemicals were found in the car. Investigation is ongoing, and the woman's name is being held pending family notification. Again, it's probably just some idiot, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
But that is a very vague story.
Yeah, it was vague enough that it makes you Have the old gears moving around in the old noggin.
So if you're transporting chemicals, guys, please make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure it's closed properly, it's not going to leak, and that you have plenty of ventilation in case there's fumes.
Yeah, I'm going to try and keep an eye on this one because I think there's something funny here because it's so vague purposefully. And I think if it was a meth lab, the cops would have said something, or somebody on the fire department would have said something anonymously.
The only reason I'm still allowing for that is that they might be, because like you find this woman, she's got the meth chemicals. The next step where was she going?
Yeah.
And not to get that story out there and have people suddenly being like, oh shit, they're going to be coming to our house next week. Get this shit cleaned up.
Well, I mean, if you saw this on the news, they would have a pretty good idea that it was their person. I just find it very suspicious. You're probably right, but
all they show is a black SUV. And no, again, I'm not saying. I just there's so many possibilities. They haven't given us any other than woman died with chemicals. We have no real information.
Yeah.
Keldrick, thank you. It was a delivery for Hunter. The standard stuff just doesn't do it for him anymore. Indeed.
Yeah, he's making super meth.
Yeah, this it's weird, and they actually make things worse, Jack, by not telling the public sometimes.
Yep.
But I can see them being like, you know what, we're gonna hold off on this and check her immediate relations that we can find. Excuse me. We're gonna dig into this really nice black SUV that she has and see how she was paying for that. You know, because if she's a cleaning lady making $7.15 an hour or $7.25 an hour, whatever it is, and she's driving that brand new jet black SUV, there's some questions there.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of questions about
that. Me too. And again, the problem is the story just doesn't have enough answers. American Airlines banned student and Indian held for peeing on co-passenger. Is this an update to an old story?
I think this is a new one.
Oh my God. Didn't we have one of these just like a month ago?
Yeah. This one was on a flight to India, though.
Yeah, the other one was overseas too. I just don't remember where.
No, this happened Saturday night.
Wonderful. Could you stop peeing on people? How did this start? Was this a TikTok challenge I missed?
I hope not, because if somebody peed on me on an air flight, I'm a big guy. I think they would have a hard time restraining me even with an air marshal, unless they pull a taser out. Because somebody pees on me, their fucking face is getting pushed into some stuff.
The accused Indian flyer was caught. Wasn't the other one in India too? I want to say it was. Indian, stop pissing on people.
Yeah, this isn't your streets back home. Stop it. Put the poo in the loo.
The accused Indian flyer was caught for allegedly urinating on a U.S. passenger. If I remember correct, last time it wasn't a U.S. passenger they peed on. Wasn't it I think it was both Indians.
Oh, probably. Doing that to an American, though, I mean, 20 years ago, you'd got your face pummeled. Now people are pussies.
It bothers me that this isn't the first story we've ever read like this. And
I know
how quickly it came up after the last one. It's a trend now. You know what? This is what Sydney Watson should have done to those two fatties beside her.
Yeah, she could have peed herself for defense.
Just pee on them and be like, I couldn't get to the bathroom. I couldn't get out. Don't pee on people on airplanes, by the way. The accused Indian flyer was caught for allegedly urinating on a U.S. passenger mid-air on an American Airlines flight from New York to New Delhi on Saturday night. Later, he was handed over to New Delhi police for further action. Hours after the arrest of the Indian who allegedly urinated on a U.S. passenger on board an international flight, Delhi police on Sunday, assured strongest possible action against him to be sent across a message to the flyers not to indulge in creating nuisances on board in the future. This is not a nuisance.
This is how you get your dick ripped off.
Somebody incessantly tapping the seat rest is an annoyance. Somebody peeing on you? I feel like we need a stronger word.
Yeah.
Like crime. All right. I mean, you're basically splashing somebody with bio waste.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
The airline has also imposed a ban on passengers from flying on any of its flights in the future. Well, okay.
Yeah, big deal. This dude can't fly American anymore.
He'll
He's real upset about it.
You go pee on JetBlue.
Yeah. No, that'd be Ryanair over there.
Is JetBlue still around?
No.
I haven't heard their name in a long
it'd
time.
Be Spirit Air, and in Europe it'd be Orion.
So, okay, they changed their name?
No, it's just different companies are equally shitty.
Okay.
JetBlue, I think, got bought up by somebody.
Senior officials with Delhi police said that the accused, identified as Arya Vora, whatever, a resident of Delhi, did not behave properly on board. No shit.
Way to undersell that one.
Next, they're going to tell me a dementia patient was confused.
Yeah.
That's just their statement of what happened. All right, please stop pissing on people. That's fucking gross. Unless they have a jellyfish sting, which they shouldn't get 50,000 feet in the air. Stop it. Fucking nasty bastards.
Yeah. Seriously.
I mean,
they should have got their ass kicked for that.
Yeah, and I'd have no problem with it. I really wouldn't.
Yeah.
You pee on me, there's going to be violence. Unless you're an infant, you know what I mean? That happens sometimes. If you're changing a diaper and you get peed on, don't start punching the baby. That's fucked up. But, you know, if a grown motherfucker pees on me, we're going to have issues.
Yeah.
You don't pee on jellyfish stings. Yes, you do. I've been waiting my whole life for somebody to have a jellyfish sting so I could pee on them. It's the only acceptable time as an adult. I mean, unless you're into water sports, which I'm not. That's gross.
Yeah,
but
that's gross.
Yeah. I want somebody to run up to me on the beach and go, "Oh my God, I got stung in the ass. Could you please help me?" Just so I can pee on them. It'd be funnier if it was like upper back so it could splash in their hair, but you know, somewhere.
Well, where you aim, you know. I don't control where it goes.
That's right.
What if it's a really hot chick, though, and you get a total boner?
And all you can do is pee up? Yeah, I mean, what you just have her stand a little ways away so it'll arc. You start peeing and have her move forward till it hits the right spot. Yeah, don't kink shame. I have questions. All right. Project Fear authors discussed when to deploy new COVID variant. What? Matt Hancock's plan to frighten the pants off the public to ensure compliance with lockdown measures exposed in leaked WhatsApp messages.
Whoops.
Who is Mike Hancock?
Matt Hancock? He's some Brit.
Okay.
Remember, you're asking me this at 4 a.m., dude.
It'd be the same question at like 5 a.m.
Yeah, well, that'll be worse. Matt Hancock is a British politician who served as Minister of the Cabinet Office and Paymaster General from 2015 to 2016, Secretary of State for Digital Culture, Media, and Sports from 2018, from January to July 2018, and Secretary of State for Health and Social Care from 2018 to 2021.
All right. And this guy's idea was to scare the shit out of people.
Yes, to get them to comply.
Matt Hancock wanted to deploy a new COVID variant to frighten the pants off the public and ensure they complied with lockdown, leaked messages seen by the Telegraph have revealed. The lockdown files, more than 100,000 WhatsApp messages sent between ministers, officials, and others, show how the government used scare tactics to force compliance and push through lockdowns. No.
What? I'm shocked.
Thank you, Comrade Kitty. Golden shower and stream. The joke writes itself in yellow snow.
Right?
I never used that terminology. I said water sports. All right. And in another message, Simon Case, the cabinet secretary, said that the fear/guilt factor was vital in ramping up the messaging during the third national lockdown in January of 2021. Wouldn't you like to see what U.S. politicians were saying?
Yeah. Oh, Dangerous pointed out this is the guy that told everybody they had to stay indoors and then snuck out to have an affair.
Oh, that guy. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Thank you, Dangerous.
The previous month, Hancock, the then health secretary, appeared to suggest in one message that a new strain of COVID that had recently emerged would be helpful in preparing the ground for the looming lockdown by scaring people into compliance. What a bunch of dirty dicks.
Yeah.
You're talking about there's some people who were like desperately afraid of this. Like if they went outside and somebody coughed near them, they'd like dump themselves in hand sanitizer and put on a wetsuit and never leave their house again. You guys scared the shit out of people.
Yep. I got a buddy still wears a mask, like a respirator mask.
This should be criminal.
Absolutely. This kind of deception to the public, that's the stuff they make horror movies about.
In a
like
WhatsApp conversation on December 13th, obtained by the Telegraph, Damon Poole, one of Hancock's media advisors, informed his boss that Tory MPs were furious already about the prospect of stricter COVID measures and suggested we can roll pitch with the new strain. Comments suggested that they believe the strain would be helpful in preparing the ground for a future lockdown and tougher restrictions in the run-up to Christmas 2020. Mr. Hancock then replied, "We frightened the pants off everyone with the new strain." Mr. Poole agreed, saying, "Yep, that's what will get proper behavior change." Yeah, that's not how he missed a word somewhere there. The discussion came 2 days after Mr. Hancock was informed of an emergence of a new variant known as Alpha or the Kent variant in December of 2020. A surge in cases later led to the effective cancellation, on Christmas, December 19th. Hancock expressed his worry that talks over Brexit could dominate headlines and reduce the impact, and probed Mr. Poole for his media advice. When do we deploy the new variant? He asked. Now, we just got to be careful. They're not actually talking about releasing the variant. They're talking about telling the public about the variant and scaring the shit out of them with it. That's still dirty as fuck.
Yep.
During the pandemic, the government was accused of scaremongering, but it was denied, with Hancock's department saying such accusations were misleading. It's too bad this motherfucker wasn't under oath at the time.
Yeah.
This is really fucked up. Among the latest lockdown files disclosures, the Telegraph can reveal messages that suggest Boris Johnson veering between lockdown skeptic and zealot, with the then Prime Minister wondering out loud 2 days after the introduction of the second national lockdown in November 2020, what's the data like today? Tory narrative that we panicked too soon, etc. The messages also show the behind-the-scenes animosity shown towards Lord Stephen Birmingham, the then chief executive of the NHS England. Mr. Hancock declared in one message to an advisor, he needs to know he is massively fucking up. Now, this is where that turns into British politics, and I don't know enough about it. I don't know why he said he was massively fucking it up.
I don't know.
The scaremongering that went on with COVID. Look, there were reasons to be scared. People died, Jack. We can see from the death numbers that, yes, COVID was helping to kill people who probably would have lived. But again, unless you had many of the comorbidities or you were extremely old, you were probably okay. And don't get mad at me, YouTube. The CDC, go look at the fucking numbers, you retards. So the scaremongering that went along with it, and I'm just going to be honest with you guys, what I think about here in the United States, the vast majority of the scaremongering that happened was strictly to get Donald Trump out of office. We had a really good economy, and going into 2020 with that economy, there's no way Biden wins that election.
Yep.
So they scare everybody into closing down the entire fucking country for no reason, in a way we've never done in a pandemic before. And they crash the economy. And in doing so, helped crash the world economy. Good job. And they get Biden into office. They were way too happy about it. And almost from the beginning, you had the Democrats out there just trying to take on Trump. First, it was, oh my God, he's xenophobic. He locked down China, which, by the way, somebody was just bitching about again the other day. He said people from China couldn't come here. Look, Nancy's down there in Chinatown.
Real quick, let me grab these before they get too far away.
Sure.
Thank you, Evolved Potato. Isn't this basically terrorism, like actual government-sponsored terrorism, scaring people for a political change? Yeah, textbook terrorism. Yeah, it might be considered that from a certain point of view, yeah.
It is literally what it is.
Yeah. Look, your reality, sir, has no effect. I don't know if this doesn't identify as a hug. You know, it could.
Sure.
It could. You don't know. Have you asked the Coof how it identifies?
I didn't know, unfortunately.
Thank you, Keldrick. Tim Pool was involved in this? The bastard. Well, I mean, he gets his fingers in all sorts of pies. Maybe he's going to do a rock ballad about it.
My sister would have panic attacks at the idea of not wearing a mask. This story enrages me. I understand, Black Romeo. That story pisses me off.
It should piss everyone off.
They were literally just trying to scare people.
Yep, for political gain.
And again, I can't speak for the stuff that happened in England because I didn't watch that closely. But over here, I know what they did, and they were dirty little fuckers about it. And they're all going to get away with it.
Yeah, there's not going to be any consequence for this. There's no political will.
Despite Biden having more deaths in the same time, the media has said nothing about it. And yeah, and that's after the vaccine comes out.
Yep.
Don't forget that part of it.
No correlation.
Having him take credit for the vaccine rollout that was right on Trump's schedule, nobody bothered to do that. They just, oh no, look at he beat the schedule. The one that just 6 months earlier you guys were saying was bogus and couldn't happen because there were unnamed people within the administration who said it wasn't true. All along, here in the United States, the Democrats played politics with that fucking disease. Over and over and over. And the media always, Donald Trump is playing politics. If you have any questions about COVID, you're just a conspiracy theorist, right-wing shitbag. You probably hate blacks and Jews too.
Jokes on them. I hate everybody.
I love everybody, Jack. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I was gonna say just ask your mom, but you're my friend, so that's not nice. Anyway, they preyed on people's fear. They absolutely did. And they lied to him. They lied to him. Remember how much shit they gave Trump for China? And now what are they all doing? Ah, bruh, we knew it came from China. Fuck off, all you dirty pieces of shit. All right, Jack, let's move along, shall we? New York City's Department of Education probing anti-white text linked to black superintendent. No.
What?
In today's world, I have trouble believing that it would be okay for these people to be pushing, well, racism.
I know. I am so massively shocked by this.
The City Department of Education is investigating widely circulated screenshots of anti-white text purportedly written by Staten Island black superintendent officials told the Post. The inflammatory text vowing to get rid of white principals and clean up this island was attributed to District 31 Superintendent Marion Wilson. Screenshots. Get rid of the whiteys and clean up this island. That's horribly racist. Screenshots were sent in emails to Chancellor Banks and other DOE and city officials from the encrypted email address MikeBoy70. That's
Sounds
weird.
legit.
That's kind of weird that they're announcing where they were sent from.
A little bit.
A message sent there got no response. The screenshot, which two principals forwarded to the Post, are troubling. No more white principals on my watch, says one text under Wilson's name. I need to clean up this island, another text adds. White folks need to recognize this is not the boys' club anymore. A strong black woman runs this bitch now, and they can either get on board or get out. If they don't get out, I'm going to take them out one by one. They're not going to know what hit them. Gonna be fun.
I could hear her snapping of her fingers.
Yeah. And it says I couldn't do it without my deputy. It's because somebody replies, exciting stuff, and then said I couldn't do it without my deputy. I wonder who the deputy superintendent is there.
I don't know.
A third text reads, Chris's white ass is Gone. It's happening. It's an apparent reference to Christopher Anzalone, former executive director of District 31, who moved to District 23 in Brooklyn as executive director of school support and operations. All right. I agreed to take CL. She keeps writing, or she'll keep the white folks off my back, the text continues. Apparently referencing Kristen Laughlin, who was removed by Chancellor Banks as superintendent of District 3. Laughlin, who is white, now serves as executive director of school support and operations in District 31. Good God. So the bitch is just trying to take out white people?
Yeah. Yeah, something to do.
Another screenshot purports to show someone texting Wilson about two white Staten Island principals, David Cugany of Susan Wagner High School, a nephew of the late, I don't care who, and Nicholas Mell of IS 51. LOL, Mel and Cugany, fuck, I don't care. Better play nice. They're first up on the chopping block. Wilson did not return a request for comment. Really?
Wonder why.
After the DOE press office alerted her to the email, she denied writing the text, contending that enemies are trying to smear her. I mean, that is true. I mean, who knows how somebody would have got a hold of those texts, right? It could all be bullshit.
Could be.
And
Might not be, too.
Oh, sure. The DOE told the Staten Island Advance Friday that the texts are fake. I thought the DOE was investigating. Isn't that what the headline said?
Contradictions have nothing to do with this. Look, this is about protecting the progressive stack.
Yeah, it said that they're probing, and here it says the DOE told them that the texts were fake. And that Special Commissioner of Investigations for City Schools is probing its origins. Ah, okay. They're not actually probing whether she actually said it. A claim that SCI flatly denied in its statement to the Post. An SCI spokesperson said they received a complaint about the text, but referred it to the DOE for appropriate action. SCI confirmed it has opened an investigation on a related matter, but would not discuss. The SCI also blasted DOE spokesman Nathaniel Steyer's statement that SCI is not investigating Wilson. SCI is investigating fake text and spoofing. The SCI spokesperson countered, this is not an SCI statement, and DOE should know better than to speculate on confidential investigations being conducted by SCI. Regardless, DOE's press office does not speak for SCI. SCI statement that we do not confirm or discuss matters that are pending. Well, there you go. I don't know if she said it or not, but it's not a good look, Jack.
It's really not.
It wouldn't be the first fake that came out, right? But
no, but it also would be not the first real one to come out either.
yeah, what are her other statements like? Has she ever said anything close to this? That would be an interesting thing to know.
I'm not sure.
Again, wouldn't be surprising. But it could have also been that guy that got fired, the Carnegie or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck this bitch. We'll deep fake it. Because it would be interesting to know who she supposedly was texting. Because that would be the only person who could have leaked it, right?
Theoretically.
Yeah. That was in my personal capacity. That's a callback, y'all. All right. Did I skip one? I don't know. I don't know, Jack.
Next up should be AMF.
Colorado Elementary School.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see what Colorado... I didn't read past the Colorado Elementary School, but I just want to say this. Colorado has turned into a shitty shadow of California.
Well, I mean, they got a lot of crossover.
God damn it. Colorado Elementary School is exposed for secretly transitioning student as damning leaked internal emails reveal administrator telling assistant principal to lie to parents.
What? I'm shocked.
Leaked emails from a Colorado elementary school reveal administrators going behind a parent's back to secretly transition a student. Laurel Elementary School assistant principal Amanda Powelski? Sure. And Proud School district chief equity officer. Why do we have school equity officers?
Because everybody's got them now.
Do we, every time I hear, teachers need paid more. Do you have an equity officer in your school? Get them fired and use that, split that among the teachers.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need an equity officer. It's fucking retarded. Where are we? Sorry, I went off on a rant there. Chief Equity Officer Marlena Gross Taylor. Gross. A little fitting. Were caught in leaked emails discussing going behind a parent's back to instruct an elementary school student by their preferred pronouns. Amanda and Marlena, you say? Huh. I'm not going to comment on that. On March 31st, 2022, Amanda reached out to Marlena, who was only a few months into her new position, about an unidentified student who has expressed their pronouns and chosen name, but their parents directly told school staff not to call the student by these pronouns. I feel very strongly about supporting the student, but have heard that we legally have to follow the parent's direction due to the age of the child, she wrote in an email to Marlena. So let's break the law.
Psh, they don't care about the law. They have moral on their side. They're a morally righteous group.
In the
They don't give a
same
fuck about the
email,
law.
she revealed she learned during ABC training that we should follow the student, not the parents, and asked Marlena to provide a more definitive answer. We want to support the student. We also want to be covered legally, she wrote. All right, so this is Amanda. She's the one that just wrote the part we listened to. And this is Marlena, I'm guessing. Wait. Yeah, okay. Huh. All right. 6 days later, Marlena responded, confirming that schools should use the student's affirming name. You know, teachers, let me help you out here. There should never be a point when you say we should let the students lead us. Maybe let them lead the Pledge of Allegiance. If they're still young enough and you have them walk in lines to the bathroom and that stuff, have somebody who leads that line. But when it comes to, teaching them and that kind of stuff, you're the leader, dipshit. Thank you, man. Duh. I think I get it now, right? ABC training. Always be child molesting. It's something that they take in education training these days.
Apparently.
6 days later, she said that the students affirming name and pronouns and use their legal name and corresponding pronouns when talking with the family until they are supportive of the student's new name and pronouns.
There's your cover up.
Marlena also referred Amanda to the district's new LGBTQIA plus coordinator. Jesus fucking Christ. So they have equity officers and an LGBTQIA plus coordinator for the district.
Oh, I have no doubt. They probably also have a diversity coach of some kind.
Anyway, to the new diversity coordinator thingy, Shayna. I'm not going to look. We got Marlena, Amanda, and Shayna. What do these things have in common? Who also reiterated to Marlena that her and Darcy Vodipka, whatever, the director of student services for the district, agreed with using the students chosen. Oh, wait. So we have Darcy, Marlena, Shayna, and Amanda. There's kind of a pattern here, and I just can't put my finger on it.
I don't know. But I sense you're correct.
Despite the consensus, Amanda seemed worried that the parents' definite disapproval of using the chosen names and pronouns with the elementary student might prove to be an issue due to age.
Oh, you think?
Like age is ever a concern for teachers. Stop it. I'm wondering about the direct do not nature of what they said, and in light of them being in elementary school, I want to make sure we are still covered if we use the student's chosen name, even in this case, she wrote. She also revealed that the student had asked a few of us to be present when they came out to their mom, their elementary school.
Yeah.
Why are
these parents have a good lawsuit, I think.
Fuck. Elementary schoolers coming out to their parents.
Yep. It's kind of fucked up. And I would not only would I sue the school for this nonsense, I would try and get my lawyer to phrase it as much as possible like custodial interference.
Thank you, Lancelot. We need to just delete the whole school system, fire everyone, and get a fresh start. Yeah. Dangerous Spaces says for the non-Americans, what does that mean? What does what mean? I'm sorry, but I'm not sure what you're asking exactly. No bake. They're not all white women. We saw, I think Amanda was the black woman up top. So they're not all white women.
But they're all women. I'll
Um,
say it.
Evolve Potato, thank you. Monkey, age is always important to teachers. If they're too old to groom, they don't want them. Come on, Monkey, think. All right, fair enough. Elementary school, what age? Elementary school doesn't go beyond sixth grade, so at most 12. Oh, 11, actually. 11 to 12. It's unclear if Marlena ever responded as the email post April 5th were not leaked. DailyMail.com has reached out to Proud School District and Marlena for comment. When Amanda was reached for comment, she referred to the PSD Communications Department for comment. Marlena joined the school district in January 2022, and she overlooks several departments, including curriculum and instruction, professional learning, student services, language, culture, and equity, career and innovation, and integrated services, according to the district.
They have way too many bureaucrats at this place. And too many departments.
She is a mother of two, Daniel, 22, and Colin, 20, and said her boys are the perfect example of finding what a child's passion is and customizing the learning experience from there, as her boys have always been respectfully interested in marine biology and paleontology and are now studying the topics in school. Can they do math?
I wonder if she tried to cut their dicks off at any point.
Your primary school education up through 12th grade is supposed to give you a generalized knowledge. It's not supposed to be tailored to marine biology or paleontology. I mean, if they want to do reports on that stuff, great. But they need to learn to read and write and hopefully do some arithmetic.
And they shouldn't coming out to their parents at 8.
All right. Last month, the parents of a 14-year-old girl who was allowed to secretly change gender at school have accused teachers of making a huge mistake by keeping them in the dark after she was bullied, assaulted in the boys' restroom, and ultimately ran away and into the hands of an abusive online groomer. Good job, school. Really good job. Michelle and Roger Blair told DailyMail.com that their daughter, Sage, was allowed to change her name to Draco. Didn't we hear about Draco? Didn't we read the story about Draco?
Yeah, I think we did.
And use the boys' restroom at Appomattox County High School in Central Virginia without their permission. Couple said teachers effectively sidelined them from supporting their daughter, who suffered from depression during her at-school transition. Ultimately, they only discovered she was trans after finding a hall pass in Draco's name. Why they didn't tell me or at least request a parents' meeting to this day is way beyond my understanding. School made a very poor decision. They got your child abused. You should be suing the ever-living shit out of them for that.
Yep.
Very poor decision that was not in my child's best interest, and it was at the cost of my daughter's mental health. Yeah.
Real quick. Thank you, Keldrick. Somebody check on those boys, make sure they're actually boys. Yeah, no kidding.
Sage Blair, for a short time, identified as a trans boy, Draco. No, man, none of these kids ever change their mind. Look, I don't know if you guys, when children are born, their minds are made up about everything already. They know everything, and they will never change their minds ever once.
Not if the brainwashing holds, they won't.
Don't tell your parents. You can trust me, said the teacher and the predator. That's redundant there, Stevie. They're not your friends, people. They're your charges. You're not there to... It's okay, Jack. They've only got a couple of girls raped so far.
Yeah, well, I mean, were they trans girls? Because otherwise, they're lesser girls.
These fucking... I this is the world. This is the world we live in.
Yeah, it's changed a lot in the last 5-10 years.
No, the kids know everything. Well, I do believe they're smarter than you. I really do. God, this has to stop. It does need to stop, but when it is, I have no idea, man. We're getting some pushback finally, but not enough to make a dent.
No. Parents have to really kind of step up to the plate and insist on change.
It's fucking stupid, man.
Well, it's getting kids hurt.
It is.
Life-altering decisions that you can't possibly make. These teachers are pushing it for their own personal edification. It's gross.
Sorry, I had to take a pill. Did you see Blair White's post responding to that trans person who came out and said, I'm going to get my Harry Potter tattoo covered up because of J.K. Rowling?
What?
And Blair said to him, oh, so are you saying people in their younger years make decisions they regret later?
Nice.
Yeah. But no, it's look, man, these kids know. And this is why I push back against people who say, oh, I always knew I was gay or I always knew I was trans. No, you fucking didn't. Stop it. Because that same goddamn thinking is being used to push this on kids. He's like, look, they all say they always knew. The fuck you did. Most of your childhood, you didn't even know what sexuality was. Stop it. No, I knew since I was in the womb. Shut up. You're a liar. And now they're using your bullshit to push it on children.
Yep. And they say a video game causes real world harm.
Yep. It's easy to look back and think, I always thought that. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Columbia University permanently drops SAT, ACT admission requirements. Yeah, it sounds right.
How could this backfire, monkey?
You know what? They're coming out of college stupid anyway. There's no reason for them to go in smart.
That's true. I guess.
Columbia University will no longer require SAT or ACT scores in undergraduate admissions, making it the first Ivy League college to implement the pandemic emergency measure as its official policy. Why was that a pandemic emergency measure?
They're desperate for enrollment.
The Morningside Heights Institute, I guess they're like, oh, we're not going to have them all go and take the test together?
I guess.
You could have set them up in those little bubbles they had for kids.
Or just to have them, come in smaller groups.
Do it outside.
Yeah.
The Morningside Heights institution first dropped its test score requirement at the beginning of the pandemic when testing sites shuttered and the measure had been extended through next school year's admission cycle. The decision was rooted in the belief that students are dynamic, multifaceted individuals who cannot be defined by any single factor. Like how smart they are? Whatever.
That's how David Hogg gets into college.
Our review is purposeful and nuanced, respecting varied backgrounds, voices, and experiences in order to best determine an applicant's suitability for admission and ability to thrive in our curriculum and our community and to advance access to our educational opportunities. Just over 3.73% of applicants were admitted last year, according to the university figures. In its second year that test scores were not required, the number of admitted students of color increased by 4%, and first-generation college students increased by 3%. Well, good luck with your fundraising, shithead. You don't have to like legacy students, but there's a reason for that. It keeps their parents giving money, you dumbasses.
Yeah, that's how you get buildings named after people.
Colleges across the nation are considering the future of test scores and admission, having implemented various policies on a temporary basis. The public college and university system in California was the first among the first to permanently remove SAT and ACT from consideration. Why do we even
We're
try?
proud of our dumb kids.
Why even try? Just give them as soon as they apply to your college, send them a fucking diploma.
Yeah.
You realize if they send a diploma to every black student who applied, how high that jump will be in the number of black graduating students? It would take care of itself, man, and save money.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Fire all the teachers. You don't need them. Just give them for fuck's sake, man. Critics charge that the SAT and ACT put students without access to tutors and rigorous test preparation or who underperform at high stakes testing at a disadvantage. I took the ACT. It wasn't that hard.
I took it. I did I'm borderline retarded at math apparently, but it's not that hard to study for it and then take it. You only have to take it once every 2 years, I think. So it's not like a real big deal. Just take it so you can go to college and get in a good college. Unless you're dummy, then you're gonna want to lower standards quite a bit.
Columbia assured applicants who do not submit test scores will not be at a disadvantage, while students who did will not have an automatic leg up on the competition.
They should. They want the extra mile.
Applicants will not have an advantage in the admissions process simply by submitting ACT or SAT results. The submission of test results will be viewed only as one additional piece of information among the many factors, like your skin color, that we will consider in our continued practice of a holistic and contextual review process.
Why would you bother taking the test at all?
No, you shouldn't. This is dumb as shit. It just really is.
We're going to have stupider people. That's all it is.
Comrade Kitty, thank you. A guy in health class didn't know a baby had a heartbeat before birth. He's probably a gender doctor now or abortion doctor with a D average. Probably. Fuck, man. Take away standards. We can't have any standards.
No, those are racist.
Because every once in a while, somebody who is bad at testing actually is a good student. They make it sound as though, look, hey, he just tests badly. And that's everybody who keeps failing. They just all test badly. No, some of them are lazy as shit and don't do the work. They don't pay attention. They haven't taken in any of the information. Nah, bro. It's just he gets so nervous at tests. There's a good way to fix that. Study.
What? Racist. No, if I was more conspiratorially minded, I would say something like they're getting rid of this so they could pick people based off of other characteristics, like their skin tone.
I am so confused by what I see on this next story, Jack.
Are you?
Black equestrians want to be safe, but they can't find helmets. That's a black chick?
Yeah, it took me a minute, but she's I think she might be mixed, but she's very light skinned. There's some other photos where it's a little more obvious.
Okay, yeah, she's very light skinned. All right, that's just what confused me. I'm like, that's a white chick. All right.
I thought that too, but I was like, she's got dreads. She won't be able to get away with that these days.
For black riders with natural hair,
as opposed to all of them wearing the hair helmets, and chicks wearing wigs, hair-headed hooligans.
Finding a helmet that fits can be virtually impossible. Some are trying to raise awareness. Nobody cares about your rich kid problems, okay?
Right? You're an equestrian. That's a rich kid problem.
That is a rich kid. Yeah, they're sorry. I don't care. She's holding a helmet. Shh. Stop
That's because that one doesn't fit. I mean, look at all her hair.
They're virtually impossible. Some are trying to raise awareness of the problem, but manufacturers say it's not a simple fix. Yeah, because all of this makes it dangerous because you don't have actual cushioning. All of that shit there, cut it off and your helmet will fit. By the
I
way, that
hate
hair,
that.
the hair that's left will still be natural. I guarantee you, your hair is not naturally in dreads.
You don't know. You don't
I
know
do.
me.
I actually do.
Nuh-uh.
Chanel Robbins has been riding horses most of her life, ever since her grandmother traded a cow from the family's farm in Ontario for a pony when she was 7.
You're a rich Ontarioite. Come on.
Galloping through the fields on her pony, Star offered an escape from thoughts that weighed on her at 7. She was
Yeah.
she was having those deep thoughts about her sexuality.
Yeah, and probably about why Canada's full of racists or something. I don't know. This is fucking dumb.
That she didn't have a relationship with her biological parents, for instance, or that she was the only black girl in her neighborhood aside from her sister. That weighed. All right. At 7, that was weighing heavily on you. Hey, Canada, y'all need to be less racist.
Right?
Fuck. I mean, you did rehire repeatedly blackface man, but come on. About 8 years ago, she reconnected with her father, a native of Jamaica. As the two grew closer, Miss Robbins decided to style her hair in locks like her dad. But there was a problem. Her riding helmet no longer fit, and she couldn't find one that did. So, wait a minute. Was her hair unnatural before she met her dad?
Yes.
I finally freaking feel like myself, and now society's asking me to change.
Oh, where?
Miss Robbins, 27 of Alliston, Ontario, said as she choked back tears, I just want to be able to ride.
Ugh.
Cut your
Shut
hair.
up. Poor you. I can't wear dreadlocks while riding a pony. Fuck off. First world problem. You
Black
know who doesn't
equestrian.
bitch about this? Mongolians.
Yeah. Black equestrians have long felt virtually invisible in a sport that remains overwhelmingly white. For those with natural hair, stop saying that, which for many is a declaration of pride and black identity. Finding a helmet that fits properly can be nearly impossible.
Why are black people so obsessed with their hair? I don't understand that. Nobody else gives a shit about your hair. Why are you so obsessed about this? It's weird. It's really, really weird.
Yeah, I don't know, if I'm being honest. Look, you made your hair so it's all poofy and a helmet won't fit on it. That's your fault. You used to be able to do it since you were 7. And then 8 years ago, which if my math is correct is when you're 19, you meet your dad and decide that you need dreads. Yes, exactly, natural hair, bleached. No, her hair grows out of her head naturally, darker at the roots, and then when it gets out here it turns white. That's all natural.
Yeah. I would be shocked if those weren't extensions.
Some are now lobbying for change, mindful that horseback riding is among the leading causes of sports related traumatic brain injury. The helmet companies say there isn't a simple fix. Yeah. Sorry. I like riding horses, Jack, but putting me on one right now would be a really bad idea. So, you know what? I don't get on horses.
Yeah, I don't get on horses because I like my testicles. Uh they have a way of crushing your nuts. But and also I will end up like Christopher Reeve, and I don't want to do that. So
Among
this is
those,
some serious first world problem shit. You never hear how many people were riding bareback for centuries, uh, while taming horses and stuff. Because the Mongolians really innovated a lot of horse riding techniques. So those motherfuckers were out there risking their asses trying to tame wild animals. And this bitch is like, my helmet doesn't fit with my stupid hair. Nah. Shut up, baby. Get a real hobby.
Among those raising awareness on social media is Caitlin Gooch, who grew up riding horses on her family farm in Wendell, North Carolina. For Miss Gooch, 30, who wears her hair in locks that fall to her mid back, safety has always been a paramount concern because her father injured his neck in a fall from a horse when he was not wearing a helmet. How is the helmet going to fix his neck?
I think he got the injury because he wasn't wearing a helmet. It had nothing to do with his hair. But
no. This is a neck injury, not a head injury. Those helmets don't save you from neck injury.
well, it might have been a compression thing where he hit his head and it compressed on his top of his
Which would
spine
have
there.
happened with a helmet too.
I don't know. I just shot in the dark here. I don't fucking know what these people are talking about.
It's
They're bitching
nonsense.
Yeah, but this whole article's nonsense. This woman's bitching because, like, oh, I want to have magical long locks without any sacrifice in any other area of my life. Maybe give up pony riding if you want to have your hair that stupid. I don't get it. I really don't understand her problem. Either cut your hair
Well,
in a way that will like work with this or not.
here, how about this? You go out and get yourself a 3D printer. Make your own helmet.
Yeah, well, I knew a chick that was an equestrian, and she had long hair about mid back. She didn't have hair like this crazy bitch, but it was like to the center of her back. And she would just tie it up and put it one of those things that they put on for when you wear a wig. It's like a hairnet kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then put her helmet over that. That was it. It was the entire thing. It worked fine because she was competitive. She was doing shows and shit. So I don't understand why this lady can't, I don't know, shorten her hair or thin it out in some way and do something similar.
They have to be their authentic self.
No, life is not this fucking catering to people. I don't understand why people think they have this much control over the universe. Physics doesn't work that way. Life doesn't work that way. You want to have like a big poofy hairdo and then go horseback riding, you're probably not going to be wearing a helmet. I just don't understand the logic of everything has to go my way, or it's racist or sexist or whatever. The universe is not focused on you. So self-serving arrogance. I may be weirdly angry about this whole thing. I don't know.
Isabella Tillman, who wears her hair in natural buoyant curls in the summer and straightens it in the winter, is horrified when she thinks about the helmet she's had to use in 20 years of riding. One sat atop her head like a traffic cone, she said. Another was so small it gave her headaches, and one was so big she had to stuff it with maxi pads. There's nothing out there in the industry that is addressing these needs. People are different, hair is different, and heads are different. They make them for the majority of people who are going to be using them, okay?
Yeah.
They can't special fit everyone.
No, you don't get to be a statistical outlier and then bitch about it. Yeah, Ricky Berwick would probably have a hard time finding a pony hat too. But that doesn't mean that like he's going to sit around and whine about it forever. You know why? Because I don't think he wants to go horseback riding. He's going to find a different hobby. Be like, oh, okay, that one's just not for me. Yeah, I'd like to do it, but it's just not going to happen. Life's full of disappointment, you selfish bitches.
Jack, listen to this phrase. Helmet inclusivity is important.
Yep. That's the one that got me too.
Inclusivity.
You know it was coming, but you don't want to admit it to yourself, and then you see it and you're just a little disappointed in the author and yourself.
Dr. Thomas A. Connor, an engineer who has researched equestrian helmet safety and was co-author of the study, said that the difficulty many black riders had in finding helmets was a big issue for a small amount of people. There's a real need to address it and absolutely zero desire to do so. If you owned a helmet company, you could decide to solve this problem tomorrow and put your company out of business building something that I want to go back for just a second. Where was this? The Equestrian Federation oversees the sport, doesn't require the 447,000 people to disclose their race. Of the ones who do, 92% are white, 0.5% are black.
Yep. There are more Asians riding horses than black people, statistically.
Do they wear naturals?
They wear their yes. A lot of them, especially in Korea, it's an elite sport. Equestrian. I know way too much about this shit. But this is not a problem that's good. They're going to spend a lot of money doing research and design on. Of the percentage of black people riding horses, how many of them are going to have hair that won't work for the helmets? Because not all of them are going to be this special snowflake.
Yeah, I mean, this is in all seriousness. If you're out there riding a horse, you should probably have a helmet on.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And so, what I would encourage you ladies to do is cut your fucking hair.
Yeah, get shorter hair. That one lady has it down like by her ass.
Yeah, and don't tell me about your natural when you're dyeing your fucking hair. All right.
Yeah, and you probably are having a weave
because that's fucking retarded, honestly. No,
Yeah.
I get their problem. I understand why they're upset, but the truth of the matter is it's not a problem that's going to be easily solved because there's no money in it.
There's no money. It's a tiny amount of people.
That's why there's no money in it.
Yeah, well, it's a small sport anyway. So they're lucky they even have helmets designed for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I would actually suspect polo had more to do with that than your dressage. So
look, man, go down to a dude ranch and see how many of the cowboys is running around with those fucking helmets on. They just throw on a cowboy hat, and if shit goes bad, shit goes bad. Live a little.
Yeah, you're either going to have to adjust your life or get over your sense of entitlement and suck it up like a grown-up, or you're going to not play the sport, or you're going to play it more dangerously.
And that's
if you're competitive, you don't have a choice.
And unfortunately, that's just the way it is. And I know that sucks.
Yeah, and they're going to scream racism all fucking day long.
Think about this, Miss. I can ride a horse. There are a whole lot of girls out there who would love to ride a horse, to do that as their thing, and they just can't afford it.
Yeah.
And you're bitching because, oh my God, I'd have to cut my hair to get a helmet on it. Which I did for the first 19 years of my life. For 12 years, I rode a horse with no issue. And then I met my daddy for the first time, and suddenly I had to go Jamaican.
Yeah.
Well, go Jamaican or ride the horse. Pick one.
Yeah. You don't get to be a Rastafarian horseback rider, apparently.
Yeah. Not to mention, it's mean to just ride a horse that way. Stop it.
Yeah, that horse doesn't want your dreads smacking it in the face. They probably stink. Dreadlocks are gross.
They are. They're fucking nasty. I've only known 2 people in real life who had them. And it's like, keep your head over there. Do not sit on my furniture, you nasty motherfucker.
Yeah, because they all smell like patchouli or weed.
And they have fleas. You can see them.
Yeah, they all... People with dreads tend to look kind of scuzzy, let's be honest. Well, they either look like a pot dealer or they look like they're homeless. I'm sorry.
When washing your hair is not a big deal to you, that's going to be an issue.
That's true. That's true.
Brush your fucking hair, people. Anyhow,
Bob. She'd gone Brazilian, she wouldn't have this problem.
I suppose, yeah. Right. What the hell am I looking at?
All right. Well, what I'm going to have to ask you to do is to not talk because it's very subtle. All right. You'll know it when you hear it, though.
You gave me a video and I'm not allowed to talk?
Not until you hear it. It's like 11 seconds, dude.
I think my record is less than a second. What are you talking about?
Yes, I know, but you're going to want to hear this one a couple times.
All right.
Really fucking awesome.
Strawberry milk. I know what you're thinking. What? Literally, it tastes so good. And plus, shout out vegans. It's vegan.
Did he just say strawberry milk is vegan?
Yes, milk.
Well,
Milk is vegan because it's strawberry.
I'm used to the word milk. A lot of black people pronounce it milk. Which, by the way, doing a fake gay black accent is kind of weird, dude.
Oh, he ain't
But
faking, buddy.
um, does he not know where milk comes from?
No, I don't think he does. This guy actually left the internet because of this video for like 2 years. It took me a while to track him down because a lot of people have about half of this clip up,
Okay.
and the whole video is kind of lost to the internet. But this guy, we used to make mixed drink videos. He has since retired from
Oh,
that and regained some sobriety. Now he does makeup videos.
all right, all right.
His name's Quinn.
Because it's
His name's what?
Quinn.
Your parents did this to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
strawberry
Looks like-
milk and not like cow milk. Strawberry milk.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's strawberry, not like cow milk.
So he thinks that this is like almond milk?
I don't know. I was just wondering what most people are saying, and I completely agree with, are how do you milk a strawberry?
Well, I mean, they have almond milk and oat milk, which, by the way, they're just juice. Stop calling them milk, please.
Yeah.
Is strawberry milk not cow milk? Jack, it's a rough one tonight for what the dumbest shit we heard was. But that's right up there. That's got to be near the top.
I hoped you'd enjoy this one. I wasn't sure if you'd seen this because apparently it's been floating around for a couple of years.
Dixie says, I don't know, but there's almond milk. Why not strawberry? Well, because we would just call it juice, like we should
Yeah.
do with almonds.
That'd be strawberry juice. Like any other fruit or vegetable or whatever, it would just be a juice.
Yeah.
But shout out to his vegans
For strawberry milk that comes from a strawberry. All right.
You have no idea how many times I watched this and laughed my ass off. But yeah, this guy's name was his handle on Twitter or on TikTok is the whore. It's TH3WHOR3. And he's doing more serious stuff now, like makeup videos. So unfortunately,
has he addressed this video?
yes, he addressed it in his first TikTok update thing, return.
What did he say?
I just said how he was going through a rough period,
No, you don't get no.
Well, it's from the sound of it, he may have had some drinking issues.
I don't care. Drinking issues don't make you say that milk came from a strawberry.
Oh no, but he was trying to couch it like people were just picking on him because he was a raging alcoholic, not because he's fucking retarded.
Boy needs a helmet. Yes, he does. He obviously needed one previously and didn't have it on at the time.
Yeah, I wonder if he goes horseback riding.
Fuck.
But yeah, I had to show that to you because I laughed so fucking hard. Oh, hey, Cool Frog. Thanks for the raid. Hi, everybody that came with Cool Frog.
Oh, did we get a raid?
Yeah.
Hey, Cool Frog, what's up? And hello, Raiders. Hope you're well. You know what? We are going to be wrapping up here real soon, Jack, because I got to go do a game stream still. But just because, let's go ahead and watch that one more time since we just got raided here.
I told you you'd want to watch it again.
I don't want to watch it again.
You do. You love this video.
Strawberry milk. And I know what you're thinking. What? Literally, it tastes so good. And plus, shout out vegans. It's vegan because it's strawberry milk and not like cow milk.
Shout out vegans. Jesus Christ.
Makes me laugh every time.
I just don't even know. I don't even know what to say to something like that. That's so retarded, man.
I know. It's so great. Seriously, I went down the rabbit hole trying to find the full video because it's like this is a TikTok. There's obviously more at the beginning where he starts to drink, but it just appears that it's been completely wiped. I spent like 3 hours trying to find it. And now I'm sure there are other people that'll find it in 10 seconds, but holy shit. There's a lot of reactions to this, and they're all pretty funny.
I threw a ton of poo earlier. We're actually wrapping up because I got to go do a game stream over on Twitch. We try to keep this show. I was going to say 2 hours, but that's not even true. At least 2 hours. But yeah, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I got a game stream, and I'm getting really tired, Jack. I did not mean to play Sons of the Forest with Satsu for 5 hours tonight. It just kind of happened. Whoopsie. So I got to get moving on. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you so much for the donations. You guys are so very, very kind to us. Jack, anything you want to chill out?
I'll drop a link or something in the chat. As always, thank you so much for the donations and all the support you guys give us. It's greatly appreciated. And you guys are awesome.
Over on twitch.tv/rantingmonkey. Be over there in just a little bit. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. The thumbs up on Rumble. Guys, we love you. We'll see y'all next time. Jack, a pleasure as always.
Always glad to be here.
Take care, everyone. We'll see you.
Bye, everybody.
I like my strawberries milk from their strawberry titties.